The following is scheduled for one fall and is for the WWE Intercontinental Championship.
This dude is one of the most impressive young superstars we've seen.
Braun Breaker on a meteoric rise in WWE.
A modern-day genetic freak who hits and moves like no one else.
Braun has so much speed, so much power, he can shift the ring with just a single move.
Alright, now we're live. It took me a minute to get my microphone situated because the OBS, I don't know why OBS does that. OBS will just randomly decide to change your microphone settings. It'll be interesting if we get a copyright strike because I had to let Braun Breaker's music just go unattended there. But yeah, I don't know if this happens to anyone else. You'll turn on OBS and your settings will just be completely different. So I had to change my microphone settings. Didn't want to start. Hello to everyone in the chat. I see Alpha joining us. Glad to have you here. We'll be chatting with you guys and answering your questions in between the shows. This is part 2 of Money in the Bank, so make sure you guys check out part 1 that we did yesterday. It's up here on YouTube. That included the men's Money in the Bank ladder match, as well as other championship matches, the United States Championship, and the no-holds-barred match between CM Punk and Jack Perry. Tonight we got the second half of Money in the Bank, including the women's Money in the Bank ladder match, and kicking off part 2 right here with the Intercontinental Championship. Of course, the 30-minute kickoff to Money in the Bank, which featured the triple threat ladder match for the WWE Tag Team Championships, is up right now on our Patreon page, and we're going to be doing the NXT Battleground Patreon kickoff right after we're done recording this, so you can look forward to that tonight on Patreon. That will feature Jade Cargill and Julia, as well as Javon Evans and Tony D'Angelo battling it out for the NXT North American Championship.
Some love him, some loathe him, but everyone respects him.
Well, lucky for him, Ciampa's not here to make friends. He's here to put food on the table.
So we got Tommaso Ciampa, who's representing the Bloodline. It's been a bit of a rough night for the Bloodline here tonight, and he's got a huge opportunity here. Challenge Braun Breaker for the Intercontinental Championship. He's been able to pull off a number of wins over Braun Breaker in the weeks leading up to this match. Friendly reminder as well, that's my on-call phone at work. If my phone rings, I'm gonna have to hit the pause on this stream and answer it. So just be aware of that while we're still a part-time streamer here. Let's skip all this gym jazz. There you go, the Intercontinental title with the side plates that people have been asking to patch for months and months. It hasn't been patched yet. Braun Breaker defending the title. The man who just won the title not too long ago from Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins winning our Money in the Bank ladder match, much like he did in real life. So this could be just the year of Rollins in the real world and the virtual world. In our universe mode, Seth Rollins has never been a world champion. He's always been in that Intercontinental title picture. This could be his big opportunity. Oh my goodness, and we got blood. We have blood already as Tommaso Ciampa has just taken out Braun Breaker with a vicious form and a huge clothesline over the top rope. It's still this interesting relationship between The Rock, Tommaso Ciampa that, you know, we don't really know the history between these gentlemen. We just know that Tommaso Ciampa, as we saw, came to the aid of The Rock a couple of weeks ago in universe mode. And he's been representing the Bloodline ever since. We saw some dissension in the Bloodline as Jacob Fatu and Roman Reigns were going at it in the Money in the Bank ladder match, whether that was just simply an every man for himself situation or there's some real dissension there. We're going to have to wait for the weeks to come in universe mode to find out. Jump in the chat. We got a couple of folks chatting along with us, so make sure you guys chat it up. And in between the matches, I'll be taking a look and answering some of your questions and going over things. We got 4 huge matches in the second half of the Money in the Bank broadcast. Again, I encourage you guys to go check out part 1 of Money in the Bank if you missed it, because it was quite a show that we streamed with you guys yesterday. And the first hour is up right now on YouTube, and the first 30 minutes, the kickoff show, is up on our Patreon page. So Braun Breaker now kind of working his way back into this one, hammering away at Tommaso Ciampa, and a huge back breaker on to Ciampa.
Trying to go after Ciampa's old battle wounds to maximize the damage done.
Now the shoulder tackles to, and there's a chokehold, an illegal choke right now. Referee's gonna have to, get that one broken up. Into the cover here for Breaker, and Tommaso Ciampa kicks out.
Finds a counter for Breaker.
He's pushing back now. We might have just seen the U-turn Ciampa needed in this match.
Ciampa now channeling his American Dragon with some of those elbows to the side of the head of Braun Breaker. Look at the referee come sliding in there like Billy Gunn at WrestleMania 15. My goodness. Ciampa shoots Breaker into the ropes, and Breaker just goes crashing to the mat. Right into the referee and caught from behind. Tommaso Ciampa now gets kicked away by the Intercontinental Champion, and Breaker shoulder tackle, and he's getting pumped up.
This fight is pumping him up.
Breaker recently joining our Universe mode a couple of months ago. Competed for the ECW Championship a couple of different times, and as part of the NXT roster before that, had some incredible matches with Samoa Joe over the NXT Championship. And we got a reversal here, and Ciampa duck under and a big clothesline by Breaker. He is now calling Tommaso Ciampa to his feet. Oh, and misses with the shoulder tackle as Ciampa ducks out of the way. Huge chop by Ciampa. The Ciampa. Look at Ciampa just sending Breaker now full head of steam. Oh, forearm shot to Breaker.
Ciampa kick to the abdomen.
Yikes. Ooh. Into the cover. We heard Byron Saxton, the Busico cutter. Submission. Breaker rolls out of it.
Incredible. Oh, scattered that one.
Spear by Braun Breaker. And Tommaso Ciampa powers out at a count of 2.
It was almost just lights out on their championship dreams.
Let's see if that kick out was a spark, or is it
Listen to the people. And it takes a lot. We just saw the men's Money in the Bank ladder match. The people are on their feet. You know, they always say there's a come-down match after one of those big matches. Ciampa and Breaker's got the fans on their feet right now.
something bad is coming his way, and he has no clue.
The black card.
Ooh, what a counter. And I don't know, he just, Braun Breaker kind of just absorbed that kick from Tommaso Ciampa.
Breaker taking a dominant stance.
Shoots him back off into the ropes and hits another spear. And that might be it for Tommaso Ciampa in this one. And it is. Braun Breaker will retain the Intercontinental Championship. And it is going to be back to the drawing board for The Rock as the Bloodline. I went over here tonight at Money in the Bank. Braun Breaker did not escape this one unscathed. He definitely got taken to
He came in with that
by Tommaso Ciampa. A bloody mess is Braun Breaker, but Braun is still your Intercontinental Champion. As we continue on with the next matchup here, we want to always remind you about our social medias that we have. We want to remind you to go ahead and follow us on Twitch if you're not already, because the Raw after Money in the Bank, which is going to take place after NXT Battleground, that is going to be on Twitch, and it's going to be uploaded as a VOD on our Patreon page. So you're going to miss an episode of Raw if you're not subscribed on Twitch, a Twitch-exclusive stream. And I told you we're going to be mixing in some of those Twitch streams here or there. Of course, as we just mentioned, Patreon, that's where you can get a lot of the bonus coverage, help support the channel, Discord access, stream requests, all kinds of stuff. But mostly the thing that people love about our Patreon is a lot of the bonus content that you guys get. Hours and hours. I think we have like 600 additional videos from our really old YouTube page. I'm talking about from the 480p days. Like, it's not high quality, some of the older stuff, because this was YouTube back in the day, but my original YouTube channel that got hit with the old YouTube purge, those old episodes are slowly getting uploaded, and they're going up on our Patreon page because I don't want to risk YouTube striking them again. So they're going up on our Patreon page, but not just the old stuff. You're getting a lot of the new stuff as well, a lot of bonus content. We do a post-game show for our Tennessee Volunteers series, and we're going to start mixing in some other post-game shows with Madden and the RXFL, where we kind of get even more in-depth. And then you get the WWE Dark bonus shows and the Sunday Night Heat stuff as well. YouTube, you're right here watching us on YouTube. Hit the subscribe button, hit the thumbs up button, and of course, you got Twitter, you got Ko-Fi, you have Streamlabs, all that good stuff. So make sure to check that out and help support the channel. We appreciate everybody for your support. So you got the WWE Women's Champion Rhea Ripley being led out by one member of the Riot Squad, Shotzi Blackheart. Of course, coming up next is the Women's Money in the Bank ladder match, where you guys are going to see the other Riot Squad member, Liv Morgan, competing in that matchup. Shout out to Alpha, who is setting up their universe mode right now. Keep letting us know all about it in the comments. Go chat with Alpha right now in the comments down below. I know we got Dan the Legend, who doesn't always chat along, but he's watching with us. He's been a Patreon supporter for a year and a half now, I think, 2 years. You know, SK Money's out there somewhere.
Introducing the challenger from Orlando, Florida, Naomi. And her opponent from Adelaide, Australia, the WWE Women's World Champion, Rhea Ripley.
Rhea Ripley, the winner of the Women's Royal Rumble. And she has been the WWE Women's Champion since her victory in the Fatal 4-Way at WrestleMania. Tonight, Rhea Ripley will defend the Women's Championship in just a couple of moments against the #1 contender, Naomi. The bell rings. Charles Robinson, the man on the call, and Naomi comes out there fast and furious. Somehow a double drop kick ends up with Naomi hitting a leg drop on the back of the head of Rhea Ripley. How that happened, I don't know. That's one of those bizarre physics things, but it is Naomi coming out strong in the early going here. Again, you see Shotzi with Rhea Ripley, but Kiwi Glow, they decide to go their separate ways. No Dakota Kai here. Maybe Naomi could have used that additional help at ringside. But Rhea Ripley, the Riot Squad, they are not really ones to have a lot of outside interference. They're the good guys in this, and they play by the rules. So Been over a year, the Riot Squad. They were part of our last Universe mode as well. Look at this. Was that the Neon Nightmare? Another huge leg drop from Naomi onto Rhea Ripley. Little Nate comes sliding in for the cover, and a kick out there from your WWE Women's Champ, Rhea Ripley. We've already had a couple of new champions crowned tonight at Money in the Bank. The Uncle Howdy era has began, as he has his first taste of gold, depending on who you think is the man under the mask. It's definitely Uncle Howdy's first gold, but perhaps the man under the mask has been a multiple-time champion before, including a former ECW champion in our Universe mode. Huge clothesline by Ripley, and Ripley now gonna rip that shoulder out of the socket of Naomi. That grip, almost Kazuchika Okada-like grip that Naomi was in the midst of with Rhea Ripley. I'm not gonna let that wrist control go.
Prying apart her opponent's fingers, needs to find a way out of this hold. And she does.
Mission locked in, but Naomi fights out of it. Tie up here. Uh-oh, you get on that ring apron. Oh my goodness. That's going to jack up the neck of Rhea Ripley. Naomi maybe looking to end this one early. No. Say a little too early there. Oh my God. That could be a knockout blow. They're going intense, fast and furious in this one as Naomi kicks out. This is a hard-hitting matchup between Rhea Ripley and Naomi. A little 1031 action there. My no DQ CAW fans will know exactly what I'm talking about there. It's a tribute to Saraya with that headbutt. And another headbutt for Rhea Ripley.
Oh, headbutts. And a lot of them. Oh my God.
Sure she'll knock herself out.
Set right into the corner.
Being placed on the top rope.
This is going to be pretty high risk here. Rhea Ripley.
This could go south in a hurry. Here we go.
Superplex off the top turnbuckle.
We have a pin for the title.
And a kick out
No time to waste
from
big
Naomi.
shot. You've got to maintain
Ripley got her set up and is going to hit Naomi with the Riptide, center of the ring.
control.
2 count.
And Naomi kicks out.
Winning this title means to give
And very smart, Naomi is going to roll to the outside of the ring here.
Ripley needs to become a little bit more brutal.
What a smart move by Naomi.
How are these women keeping this intensity?
However, now she's kind of in a bad way. You're kind of in the concrete jungle outside of the ring. With everything surrounding you, and Rhea Ripley just unloading right now on Naomi. But Naomi counters. Forearm shot and hammering away at Ripley. Watch this referee's count now.
Got the leg and drops the elbow.
Naomi cannot win the title on a count out, so Naomi's got to be careful, and she's trying to get Rhea Ripley back into the ring, or at least it seemed like it momentarily. 9 count, and Rhea Ripley's going to get in at the count of 10, and it's a count out victory here, but not a pinfall victory over Naomi. So that could be interesting, something we may have to circle back to and look at some point in time. That there still might be a case, because Rhea Ripley got the win, but just barely getting the win.
Where this match could have gone.
Rhea Ripley victorious by countout. I think, you know, that's obviously not the way that Rhea Ripley wants to win. And it was more so a case of just trying to beat the count. She was able to push Naomi away at the last minute. I'm not even looking who I'm going to land on. And looks like we are going to be Liv Morgan in this matchup here. Just completely random pick. I was controlling Goldberg in the last Money in the Bank match and did not win. So I always say just because I'm controlling someone doesn't always guarantee a victory.
Michin is as Michin does. Never afraid to do something crazy.
The following is the Money in the Bank ladder match. To win this match, the winner is a superstar who climbs up the ladder and retrieves a briefcase with a contract inside of it to be cashed in over the next year, anytime, any place. Making her way to the ring from Fontana, California,
Michin, a very resilient.
So Michin with a huge opportunity. We were talking about people under the mask, whether or not you consider Michin a new part of Universe Mode or a former women's tag team champion from last year's Universe Mode, and people that watched last year's Universe Mode would know exactly what I'm talking about there. But she had an opportunity to win the Battle Royal. You guys remember we had a special NXT Battle Royal where the winner was going to be able to come up to the main roster, and those Battle Royals, the women's one was won by Michin, and the men's one was won by Cesaro. Of course, Cesaro decided to take his talents down south, like many of our other former superstars of Universe Mode. We lost, Prince Puma and Killshot. Cesaro went down south. Earthquake and Typhoon also headed out. But, you know, as things change, we bring new people in, and that's why we have Lyra Valkyria, who has made quite the impact in her early going in Universe Mode. She is a one half of the Women's Tag Team Champions, along with Bianca Belair. They are known as Muscle and Myth, and she could almost kind of pull off a Rhea Ripley. Rhea was a double champion until recently when they lost the titles to Muscle and Myth. And well, now Lyra Valkyria, possibly, she can win the Money in the Bank briefcase. Could have one of the greatest rookie years in WWE history. Just came up to the main roster in WrestleMania time. Already a tag team champion. And if she can win Money in the Bank and cash in and win the Women's Championship, boy, that would just cap off a rookie year that is only 2 months underway. As we got a couple folks in the chat alpha saying the Bird Lady. Yes, the Bird. You ever see the GIFs that are always online? People about Lyra Valkyria. Here's Asuka, who wants to get back in the women's title picture. She had a pretty much a 6-month feud with Lyra Valkyria's tag team partner, Bianca Belair, that culminated in, well, we had 2 out of 3 fall steel cage matches and street fights and ladder matches, and finally ended at WrestleMania in the Underground match. And you guys can check that match out in the archives here on YouTube. Go check out WrestleMania. It was an 8-part event. That's how loaded WrestleMania was. We got another Underground match coming up as part of NXT Battleground, which is going to be Stephanie Vicker. She's going to be in action against Kalani Jordan, and maybe finally putting that feud to an end, but that's going to be an Underground match there. Liv Morgan of the Riot Squad, trying to bring women's gold back to the squad. Well, I guess technically if she did, she'd be cashing in on her leader, Rhea Ripley. So the gold is in the Riot Squad. It would be the tag team titles they would want to be bringing back to the Riot Squad here. And we're about to get a little timeless right now. The winner of the Cyndi Lauper Rockin' WrestleMania Battle Royal, timeless Toni Storm.
As this one right here.
I could not agree more.
Give me a break. Cena may never give up, but you two never give up when it comes to hyperbole.
Timeless Toni Storm and her tag team partner Nikita Lyons had an amazing Extreme Rules match at ECW One Night Stand, which is up right now, a 1-hour bonus show on our Patreon page. And a couple of ladders got broken in that matchup, so if you want to see how these two qualified, go check out ECW One Night Stand.
The role model in the building. Everyone's thrilled. Even you, Cole.
I haven't played an underground match yet, but I plan to make a pay-per-view that's solely underground match. That's pretty cool, almost like Lockdown. I want to figure out a way to do a Lockdown show. I don't know if it'd be a pay-per-view or maybe just like a special Monday Night Raw, but I always have a soft spot in my heart for the TNA Lockdown pay-per-view. I always thought they pulled it off well.
Made it happen. Survived so many ups and downs.
Bayley has something special inside that drives her and has made her one of the greatest in history. A true student of the game, Bayley can flex on you in so many ways.
Bayley and Charlotte Flair spent most of their last year battling it out in universe mode.
The Queen walks among us.
And here is
Charlotte always wants to be the best.
the former
And demands
Money in the Bank
competition.
briefcase holder. You guys remember Charlotte Flair winning the Money in the Bank last year in our universe mode. Held on to the briefcase an entire year and said from day one that she was going to cash in. She wanted to cash in on Becky Lynch at WrestleMania, and her goal was to make the briefcase more valuable than the title itself. And she got all the way up until the SmackDown before WrestleMania, where she cashed in on her best friend Shayna Baszler because she wanted to enter WrestleMania as the champion, not win the title at WrestleMania. That turned things into a fatal four-way matchup, and Charlotte Flair's reign was ended very quickly by the Royal Rumble winner, Rhea Ripley. So a briefcase reign that lasted quite a bit longer than the championship reign of Charlotte Flair. But we're going to see if Charlotte Flair can go back to back. And here comes the wild card, only her second matchup in WWE, and technically her debut in WWE, because her first matchup was at ECW One Night Stand, which is run by Paul Heyman and is technically not a WWE Kevin Owens sanctioned show. It is sanctioned by Extreme Championship Wrestling and Paul Heyman. So her technical debut of WWE, and yeah, I think people were shocked. She has the friendship with timeless Toni Storm and able to qualify here, and we're going to see if Nikita Lyons in her WWE debut can pull off another shocker and become the women's Money in the Bank briefcase holder.
Her roar is just as frightening as her bite.
We'll see how much Nikita Lyons and Toni Storm work together in this matchup, but this is the women's Money in the Bank, and here we go. They waste no time. It always throws me off because these just start really quickly. It is underway, our second Money in the Bank ladder match of the evening, our third ladder match of the evening, the first of which took place on Saturday Night Heat, which is up right now on our Patreon page. There's a triple threat ladder match for the tag titles between the NWO, the Bullet Club, and Evolution Legacy's The Usos. So the announce table has gotten some work here today. I mean, people have been thrown through the table. How many times have we seen the announce table busted open? I mean, quite a few times, at least once or twice. We got Toni Storm and Lyra Valkyria over by our commentary table here. Nikita Lyons comes flying in and kicks Bayley in the side of the head.
The fight is right in front of us. Suplexes, slams, and bombs are all painful, but being slapped like that is humiliating.
Charlotte Flair sent into that bright yellow Money in the Bank barricade.
Asuka turns it around.
Nikita Lyons shoots Michin up and over the top. Asuka submission onto timeless Toni Storm. Look at Liv Morgan on the top. Ooh, she went flying and didn't really connect with anybody. As Asuka and Charlotte get sent to the floor, Michin is out, and Liv Morgan gets sent out. And there's maybe the wild card pick, and Nikita Lyons, Timeless Tony, trying to maybe help her partner there. Wait a minute, we got Prime. Liv Morgan's got Prime, and I don't know how much of that she got. Liv Morgan with the ladder. Takes down Nikita Lyons, and the first ladder has been set up in the Money in the Bank ladder match, and Liv Morgan got nobody around her. Oh, but Charlotte Flair's gonna knock Liv Morgan down. Almost thought Liv Morgan, maybe in record time, was gonna get that briefcase. Table getting pulled out. These ladder matches are always chaos because every weapon you could think of comes in the ring. It's not just ladder match. Oh, Bayley to belly on the ladder. That might be the end of Liv Morgan in this one. She's going to be down for a bit. Lyra Valkyria with the Singapore cane, just crashing it over Bayley's head. She also took out Nikita Lyons with it. Charlotte as well with the Singapore cane. Now that's down. Here comes Asuka with the drop kick.
These women refusing to let up on each other, just unloading everything they have.
A lot of, you see people getting tossed to the outside of the ring in this one. Ow, Nikita Lyons. Welcome to the WWE. She might need some stitches after this. Charlotte Flair. That does not feel good. Right on the metal of that table. Charlotte Flair just scoops up and slams Liv Morgan into the table there. And ow, Lyra Valkyria about dumped Charlotte on the back of her head. You don't know how difficult it is to call a match while you're playing the match and have like 4 or 5 different fights going on around the ring. Frog splash from the top. I don't know what just happened to that ladder. Liv Morgan's ladder just went crazy. Lyra Valkyria now. Oh, she just got drop kicked into 2 ladders. That could not have felt good. Morgan sends Charlotte Flair into a ladder. And Liv has a ladder set up. Maybe an opportunity. No, I guess she didn't like the positioning. I guess she sensed that Charlotte was getting up. She's going to set the ladder back up here. And Liv Morgan going for the case once again here. And Lyra shoving Morgan down. And of course you want to go up and get that briefcase, but for Liv Morgan, that's the second time she's taken a spill from the top of the ladder. You can't take too many of those ladder spills before it kind of just wipes you out of this matchup. So that's something to think about as well. Look at Asuka jamming Liv Morgan into the canvas here. Valkyria reversal. Charlotte Flair. She's about laying on her head 3 or 4 times in this matchup here. Oh, Nikita Lyons. That famous leg drop there to Liv Morgan, and then comes in, catches Michin in the chin with that boot. Oh, and Nikita Lyons, look at our arena. Ring post is busted, barricade is busted. These WWE superstars destroying the Money in the Bank arena right now. Oh, and Michin with the steel chair to Lyra. And to Bayley. And an opportunity, Michin could have gone after the ladder. Defeat. Liv Morgan, I think, was about to take the ladder out of the ring right now, but here comes Lyra Valkyria. Somehow able to recover from that steel chair shot. I don't know how she's back up. Ooh. That doesn't feel good.
She's tossed right out of the ring. And Asuka. Asuka with a kick to the midsection and a steam.
Hip attack. Asuka onto Bayley, ducks under Charlotte.
Has control of their opponent all the way up and all the way down.
You just saw. Well, you had any questions about the partners? Toni Storm and Nikita Lyons, certainly every woman for themselves. We have the big bottle of Prime that's about to be introduced into this Money in the Bank. And it is just crashed over Bayley. Down goes Toni Storm. Down goes Michin. Is the Prime gonna win this one for Liv Morgan? The ladder. Oh, and Timeless Tony. Like a curb stomp from Toni Storm. Lyra, she's about to hit this powerbomb. I say she had a shot at it, but Liv Morgan going back up. No, that is a Michin. I thought it was Lyra Valkyria. Michin up there. Ooh, catches Liv Morgan up top. And shoves Liv Morgan down. Now Michin is all alone, and Asuka is able to knock Michin. I think she went crash landing on that steel chair. Forearm shot there by Timeless Toni Storm. What's your prediction, Alpha, if you're still out there? Who is your prediction to win the Money in the Bank ladder match? We're getting down to it right now. We got Michin making another attempt at it. She's gotten up there a couple of times. Hasn't gotten her hand on the case yet. Now she is. Michin, hand on the case, and Bayley comes in there to keep this match going.
This is so tense. The WWE Universe is waiting with bated
Look at Bayley.
Looking to end this one. This might do it if it connects. Spiked with the Rose Plant. Is it enough for... Oh.
Rose Plant by Bayley. Nikita Lyons. Ooh. I don't know if that face breaker hurt Liv Morgan or Nikita Lyons more. Toni Storm and Michin. Michin's got the Prime. Oh, and the Prime to the side of the face. We got prediction in the chat. Either Lyra or Liv is a prediction from our live studio audience here. Live studio. I was talking like it's old NWA, or I guess current NWA. The large Prime coming back into the ring. Oh, Prime had little to no effect on Michin. And Michin with a huge bulldog onto Asuka on the ladder.
Really trying to do everything she can. Get back in this.
We already saw Seth Rollins claim one briefcase here today at Money in the Bank. Who's going to claim the second? Michin, for the third time, is going to try to make her way up the ladder.
And this is the moment any fear of heights needs to be put to the wayside. Victory is within reach now.
She's going to be met by, oh, Lyra. What are you doing, Lyra? Lyra Valkyria is going to intercept Liv Morgan. And, yeah, oh, Lyra. I don't know if there are cahoots going on or what. Michin gets the Money in the Bank briefcase as Lyra Valkyria took Liv Morgan down and allowed Michin unaffected to pull down the briefcase. A huge win for Michin, who won the NXT Battle Royal to join the main roster, and she is a Money in the Bank briefcase holder here in Universe mode. Again, whether you consider Michin's former life from our previous Universe mode or not, but a huge opportunity. Michin is Miss Money in the Bank, joining Seth Rollins as briefcase holder. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we are going into our main event of the evening for the WWE Championship. The current champion. We were talking about folks like Lyra Valkyria that maybe could have one of the greatest debut years in WWE history. Gunther is right up there. Gunther, in our previous universe mode, part of NXT, he got a main roster contract from Kevin Owens after an extremely impressive Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal appearance. People say that Battle Royal doesn't matter. I mean, out of that Battle Royal, we have Bret Hart, who is the NXT general manager. We had Nick Nemeth, who had a career year last year with Shawn Michaels and is now a tag team champion with Shawn Michaels. Gunther, who didn't even win the Andre Battle Royal, just had a very impressive showing, gets a contract the night after WrestleMania, gets put into a feud with CM Punk because the owner of WWE, Kevin Owens, hates CM Punk, and Gunther wins the WWE Championship from CM Punk, less than 2 months being on the main roster here. That is the start that Gunther has had to his main roster career, and now he is getting ready to defend the WWE Championship against the man that held this title multiple times in our 2K24 universe mode, the man that helped rid WWE of Retribution, the leader of the Judgment Day. He is Edge, and his Judgment Day teammate Seth Rollins is a Money in the Bank briefcase holder.
And here comes one of my favorites.
Remember, guys, the title is on the line here in this one.
And I don't remember the last time the champ was in this much jeopardy, Cole. Tonight might just be the night the title changes hands.
Well, Byron Saxton thinks we're going to get a title change here tonight. Well, while Mr. Rated R is coming out, we're going to give you one last chance to help support the channel like our good friend Alpha is doing in the live chat. Alpha is a follower over on Twitch. He's a subscriber here on YouTube. And I think you've been to the Patreon a time or two, I'm not sure, but join us on Twitch, join us on YouTube, Twitter, Patreon, Streamlabs, and Ko-fi if you want to help support the channel, keep helping this channel grow, help us get to full-time status. We're still doing this as part-time, and with part-time, you're going to get some streams with commentary, you're going to get some streams without commentary. That's the nature of it, but you can help support the channel and help us move to full-time status. We got some bonus content coming your way on Patreon. I mentioned right after this, we're going to record the Sunday Night Heat kickoff show with NXT Battleground, which is going to be Julia going up against Jade Cargill in a dream match between those two. And then the North American Championship will be on the line. That kickoff show exclusive to Patreon. Help support the channel, help get some bonus content. Whatever you do, subscribe with us and follow at Twitch, because the Raw after Money in the Bank. Now we're going to have the NXT Battleground show here on YouTube, but the Raw after Money in the Bank, that is going to be exclusively over on Twitch. We're going to stream it over there for our Twitch members, hopefully to gain some new followers, and then that Twitch VOD is going to go up on our Patreon page. So make sure you're following over on Twitch and join us on Twitch. You're going to miss an episode here of Raw Universe mode. So here we go. Edge, leader of the Judgment Day. The red and black Judgment Day. They were purple and black. Now in this new universe mode era, the red and black. Already a very successful night for the Judgment Day, as we saw Damian Priest on the Patreon kickoff show become victorious, and we saw Seth Rollins win the Money in the Bank ladder match. Edge trying to make it a 3-for-3 for the Judgment Day here tonight in a first ever meeting between Gunther and Edge. And Edge, we mentioned, was pretty much, I'd say, the MVP of Universe Mode last season. He was a 2 or 3-time WWE champion, a Intercontinental champion, a tag team champion. He won every title multiple times last season in Universe Mode, including leading the charge of the Judgment Day in running off Retribution. It was Edge, Seth Rollins, Damian Priest, Rey Mysterio, The Undertaker, and Bobby Roode. Of course, Rey Mysterio has decided to step away from the Judgment Day and kind of go at his singles career. The Undertaker, you know, he'll come and go as he pleases. And Robert Roode, right now we took him out of Universe mode because he was taken out of the game for the first time in 2K this year. Obviously, we can go get a community creation if we want to at some point. If there's enough fan demand, we'll bring Robert Roode back. But for right now, we say he suffered from a couple of injuries from his Intercontinental title run here. Ooh, big elbow drop from the top from Edge. The Coatment Day. The Coatment Day in the chat.
For some reason.
Gunther kicks out.
Oh, ouch. Devastating kick.
Elbow drop from the Rated R Superstar. And into a cover here once again. Your main event of Money in the Bank for the WWE Championship. Oh, look at Gunther tackling down Edge. Reversal by Edge. Referee a little slow to get into the cover.
All the momentum swinging away from Gunther. Yeah, somehow. Oh no! Now possibly setting up for a submission maneuver.
What is this going to be? Oh my God!
Oh, this is gonna. Strapped here. Look at this! Look at this!
Gunther able to fight. Ooh, what a shot by Gunther right to the face of Edge.
He's able to counter that.
Counter by Edge. Misses with the kick. That's a rare miss from a Hall of Famer. Yes, Robert Roode is no longer in WWE 2K. That's why he is not in our Universe mode anymore. I was planning on keeping him in the Judgment Day, but he is no longer in the game. He was taken out of the game, along with a couple of the other guys I was planning on. I don't think like Papa Shango and all the different iterations of the Godfather in the game anymore. They were also removed. So now, when I first got the game, there was no Robert Roode community creation when I started Universe mode, so I kind of just took him out of the equation, as well as other guys like I mentioned, Earthquake and Ricochet and all that. But he may have a community creation now. But our roster's so stacked, I hate to say, kind of injured, you lose your spot. That was what guys back in the day used to try to wrestle injured because they didn't want to lose their spot. But I mean, we've had guys like Gunther and a bunch of guys that have come up in Universe mode here. Boot right to the face of Edge. Ooh. WWE Champion Gunther. The Triple Crown Champion, if you will. That title that holds the legacies of the Universal title and the World Heavyweight title, unified at the last two WrestleManias here in our Universe mode. Mustafa Ali unifying the World Heavyweight title and the WWE title at last year's WrestleMania. Before that, it was Roman Reigns and Brock unifying. Oh my God, have you ever seen Edge do that? Have you ever seen Edge hit that maneuver from the top? Oh, and Edge with the spear. Gunther kicking out. Holy smokes. Gunther was lucky to kick out of that one, folks.
Oh my gosh, what impact!
Edge now kind of just trying to ground and pound Gunther right now because he knows he had the man beat. Is that going to be enough? Maybe just tweak the ankle, go for the pin. Ooh, the kick out. Telling Gunther to get up to your feet.
The champ holding on by a thread. Yeah, this is troubling. Can only hold on for so long now.
Look at this. Alabama slam onto the champ. And Gunther, man, shows no signs of any weakness. Oh, an Edge. Full head of steam into the ropes. And now the champ is in control. It's a massive clothesline onto the challenger.
That was part of Gunther's plan all along.
The champ with the pin.
And a kick out from Edge at 2.
What I'm seeing right now. No one can. Shot to the chest.
GOD is our tag team champions right now on NXT. They're going to be defending the titles against Pretty Deadly and Fraxium at our NXT Battleground show. So I hope we see you there, Alpha. As Gunther just has Edge up in the tree of woe, stomping away at the man. Ooh. Another cover. I don't know, can the ref see Edge's shoulders in that pinfall attempt?
At this point.
Edge in the corner. Oh, nice counter. On to, oh, and a huge clothesline to Gunther.
Championship on the line. Kicks out before.
Not even a 1 count. I think Edge trying to figure out what he's got to do right now.
I don't know what he's got in mind heading to the floor.
I think he wanted to, yeah, I think we were wanting to go to the top buckle there. Or maybe just try to get Gunther in a bad situation like that. Maybe try to get him all turned around.
Talk about force. That'll give you whiplash.
How about that? How about just kicking away at the man?
This one's for everything.
For the WWE Championship. And another kick out from Gunther.
Keep this match going.
Picks him up, and now up at the top.
From the top.
Oh, and the double axe handle sidestepped by Gunther. Huge back elbow. That's going to jar some teeth loose.
And he is not going to like what's next.
Gunther puts Edge in the corner. Has him up top. Ooh. What is it? What is this going to be? Good Lord. Edge's spine just got rearranged with that choke.
And he's going to the outside, which will start a count out.
Well, we've already seen 1 count out tonight in a World Championship match. Let's hope we can get this one back in the ring. Oh, Gunther just toying with Edge. I mean, this is like an Orange Cassidy right now. He's just going to tick off the Rated R Superstar.
He averts the offense.
Oh, what a kick. Edge firing back on Gunther. Into the barricade. You can't win it out there, though.
Has the wrist trapped.
And this is just next level brutality.
Back into the ring. He's going to break the count. That's the veteran Edge.
Snapmare.
We're going to witness an all-out assault right here.
Rapid.
I mean, with all he's got, he has taken out Gunther on the outside of the ring. This match is just fallen apart into a brawl here. And I think maybe for the 5th time in this Money in the Bank show, the announce table is, oh my goodness. Trying to break the count, and Gunther eliminates Edge. And gonna yank on that ankle.
Stretch.
How about that, though, by Edge?
Seats to this thing.
And I don't think we want to get any closer.
This has just turned into these guys hitting each other, not wrestling. There's no technical ability here. These guys have gotten each other ground and pound and have tried to just hit each other as absolutely hard as they could. And now on the announce table, Edge has Gunther pile driver through the table.
This has gone way too far now.
Well, Saxton, I don't think they're going to stop.
Gunther pile drive through the announce table.
WWE Universe is on their feet.
An absolute barn.
Into a cover.
Here's the pin.
And a kick out from the champion. Edge has no idea what to do. The man has come back from a spear. He's come back from a pile driver through the table. Gunther, an extremely impressive WWE champion.
Got the cover. Looking to hang on to the title.
Is he gonna... Oh, wait a minute. Feet on the ropes. Feet on the ropes. Oh, and Edge just kicks out. Are you kidding me? Gunther, though. Gunther has Edge. Power bomb. And Gunther has survived the Rated R Superstar. What a main event we just saw here at Money in the Bank. If you had any questions about the newcomer and his abilities, I think all those questions were just answered right here by Gunther. Gunther still WWE champion, turning back the challenge of a man that held every title multiple times last year in Universe Mode. Where do we go from here? Up next, it is the King and Queen of the Ring. We begin the tournament, and we got some exciting news. We're going to do like they did in real life. You guys want to see a bunch of Fatal 4-Ways, you're going to see it on our way to the King and Queen of the Ring. Hope you guys enjoyed Money in the Bank. This was a 2.5-hour show when you take into account the 30-minute kickoff show on Patreon and the 2 1-hour broadcasts that we did. Make sure you sign up, patreon.com/tbsports27, because right after this, we are going to film Sunday Night Heat, the kickoff to NXT Battleground, Jade Cargill versus Julia, and the North American Championship match, Javon Evans versus Tony D'Angelo. NXT Battleground is going to be the next time we join you guys. In addition to those 2 huge matches on the kickoff show, Starlight Kid will defend the NXT Women's Championship against Lola Vice. Fraxium, GOD, and Pretty Deadly triple threat match for the NXT Tag Team Championships. LA Knight versus Ethan Page, the Battle of the Mouths. How about the Underground match? Kalani Jordan and Stephanie Vicker. The NXT Championship will be on the line. An Irish showdown as the Supernova champion, NXT champ Noam Dar, defends against Sheamus. And Bruno Sammartino is going to go up against JBL's man from Bruno Sammartino's past. John Bradshaw Layfield said he has brought somebody from Bruno Sammartino's past to confront him one-on-one at NXT Battleground. Make sure you join us for Battleground. Thank you for joining us here tonight. We may have a football stream coming your way later on tonight without commentary, so be on the lookout for that. Thank you for joining us in the chat alpha. Thank you for joining us here for Money in the Bank, and we'll see you over on Patreon. Give us about 45 minutes. We're going to record this. We'll put it up on Patreon. Give us 45 minutes, and you guys are probably going to have about 20 to 30-minute bonus content of NXT Battleground. So we'll see you over there. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you guys next time on TV Sports.